Everyone's commanded to live in the most simple transitory of dwellings, the sukkah, built to hopefully last a week, but not much more, right? It's supposed to be temporary. Again, trying to create empathy, perhaps, with people who have to live like that all year round, right? With the homelessness, or with trying to get out of, again, those structures that indeed shelter us and protect us and feel a little bit more exposed. Even though it's supposed to be, Zman Simchatenu, Hechag, right? The big celebration of joy, there's also an undercurrent of anxiety, which you see, like the book you're supposed to read on Sukkot is Kohelet, the book of Ecclesiastes, which emphasizes, right, the transitoriness, the Hevel Havalim, everything is vanity. And so it might be anxiety about whether the rains are going to come, or it might be anxiety about that harvest that's coming in. Is it really going to be able to feed us for the winter? But together with the kind of satisfied nature of a holiday of celebration, there's that feeling of uncertainty, and by living in a structure like a sukkah, or being connected to it, it should sensitize us to populations who have that anxiety or uncertainty all year round, and not just as a ritual commandment. And when you look at contemporary environmental issues, you see that one of the big causes of environmental degradation in the world is specifically the social gap, the gap between rich and poor. If you're rich enough, you don't have to worry about waste. You don't have to worry about using too many resources. You can afford it, right? And on the other end of the spectrum, people who are so poor that they're struggling for their daily bread have no way of taking into account long-term environmental considerations. So if you have to pass a cold winter, well, you would have to do whatever you can to get fuel for heating, whether it be chopping down trees that are, the closest and easiest for you, even that involves deforestation. So it's not saying that both are guilty, rich are guilty and poor are guilty, but it's saying the system that creates that gap is not only creating a social injustice, but it's creating essentially an unsustainable society, that a more egalitarian society is inherently more sustainable in that way.